The night air was thick with the scent of impending rain as Maya navigated the labyrinthine streets of the city. Her mind replayed the events of the past week like a broken record, each moment more painful than the last. The betrayal by Ethan, her boss, and the man she thought she could trust had left her reeling. Now, with nowhere else to go, her car had become her sanctuary, a makeshift home where she sought solace from the chaos that had upended her life. She parked her car in a secluded spot, away from the bustling downtown where the lights never seemed to dim. The silence was a stark contrast to the turmoil inside her. Maya took a deep breath, the cool night air filling her lungs, and tried to steady her racing heart. She had always prided herself on her independence, but tonight, that independence felt more like a burden. As she sat in the driver's seat, her phone buzzed with a message from Lily, her best friend since college. "Are you okay? I'm here if you need to talk." Maya hesitated before typing a response. She didn't want to burden Lily with her problems, but she also knew she couldn't keep everything bottled up. "Thanks, Lily. Can we meet tomorrow? Need some time to think." She hit send and leaned back, closing her eyes. The memories of that night in the hotel room with Ethan flashed before her. What had started as a professional relationship had spiraled into something more, something she now regretted. The guilt gnawed at her, but so did the sense of betrayal. How could Ethan, someone she respected and admired, lead her into this mess? Maya had always been driven, climbing the corporate ladder with determination and grace. But now her career felt like it was unraveling along with her personal life. She wondered how she had let things get so out of hand. The once vibrant and confident woman now felt like a shadow of herself, lost in the wake of Ethan's actions. The sound of approaching footsteps pulled her from her thoughts. A figure emerged from the darkness, silhouetted against the streetlights. It was Jake, a former colleague and someone she had always felt a connection with. He approached cautiously, concern etched on his face. "Maya, are you all right?" he asked softly. She forced a smile, trying to mask the pain in her eyes. "I'm managing. Just needed some space." Jake nodded, understanding the unspoken words between them. "If you need anything, I'm here." As he walked away, Maya felt a flicker of hope. Maybe she wasn't as alone as she thought. Maybe there was a way out of this darkness, a path to healing and rediscovering herself. She turned her attention back to the night sky, the first drops of rain beginning to fall. It was a sign of change, a cleansing of the old, to make way for the new. Maya knew the road ahead would be difficult, but for the first time in days, she felt a sense of determination. She would rebuild, not just her life, but herself. The rain intensified, drumming against the car windows, creating a soothing rhythm. Maya closed her eyes and allowed herself to embrace the storm, both outside and within. She was ready to face whatever came next, one step at a time. Maya woke up to the persistent chirping of her alarm, the harsh sound cutting through the fragile peace she had found the night before. She reached over to silence it, rubbing her temples as the remnants of restless sleep clung to her. Today was the day she had set aside to start piecing her life back together, but the weight of uncertainty pressed heavily on her chest. She glanced around her car, now adorned with makeshift comforts. A blanket draped over the passenger seat, a small cooler filled with essentials, and a stack of notebooks where she jotted down her thoughts. It was a far cry from the life she once knew, but it was hers, a testament to her resilience. Maya decided to take a walk, the crisp morning air invigorating her senses. The city was just beginning to stir, the streets slowly filling with the usual hustle and bustle. She made her way to a nearby park, seeking solace among the trees and the quietude they offered. Sitting on a bench, she pulled out her notebook and began to write, the pen gliding smoothly over the paper as she poured out her emotions. As she wrote, memories of Ethan resurfaced, each one a sting to her heart. She had trusted him implicitly, shared her dreams and fears, only to have him betray her in the most devastating way. The hotel room incident had been a turning point, a moment that shattered her confidence and left her questioning everything. Lost in her thoughts, Maya didn't notice the figure approaching until he was right beside her. Startled, she looked up to see Jake standing there, a concerned expression on his face. "Hey," he greeted gently. "Mind if I sit?" She shook her head, feeling a mixture of relief and apprehension. "Sure." They sat in silence for a moment, the sounds of the park creating a comforting backdrop. Jake broke the silence, his voice soft but steady. "I've been thinking about what happened, and I just want you to know that you're not alone in this." Maya sighed, her defenses lowering. "It's hard, Jake. I feel like everything is falling apart." He nodded, understanding the depth of her pain. "I can't imagine what you're going through, but I want to help in any way I can. Whether it's finding a new place to stay or just being here to talk." Maya felt a flicker of gratitude. "Thank you, Jake. It means a lot." They talked for hours, sharing stories and memories, the connection between them growing stronger with each passing moment. Maya found herself opening up in ways she hadn't in a long time, the burden of her grief lightening slightly with Jake's presence. As the day turned to evening, Jake offered to help her search for a new place. Together they scoured listings and made calls, Maya feeling a sense of hope she hadn't felt in weeks. It wasn't a complete solution, but it was a step forward, a sign that she could rebuild her life, piece by piece. That night, as Maya returned to her car, she felt a sense of accomplishment. The path ahead was still uncertain, but she had taken the first steps toward healing. The darkness that had once seemed all-consuming was now giving way to the possibility of a brighter future. She settled into her seat, a small smile playing on her lips as she reflected on the day. With Jake's support and her own determination, maybe she could overcome the pain and find happiness again. The rain had stopped, leaving the air fresh and clean. Maya looked out at the city lights, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. She wasn't alone anymore, and that made all the difference. Days turned into weeks, and Maya began to adjust to her new reality. The uncertainty of living in her car still loomed, but with each passing day she found small victories that boosted her spirits. Her job at the marketing firm remained, though the shadow of her past with Ethan lingered, affecting her interactions and performance. One morning, Maya woke up to a notification on her phone, a message from Lily confirming their plans to meet later that day. A sense of anticipation and nervousness settled over her. She had avoided discussing the situation in depth, but Lily's unwavering support had become a cornerstone of her strength. After finishing her shift, Maya met Lily at their favorite cafe, a cozy spot nestled on a quiet street. The familiar aroma of coffee and baked goods enveloped her as she walked in, spotting Lily waving from a corner table. "Hey, stranger," Lily greeted warmly, pulling Maya into a tight hug. "How are you holding up?" Maya managed a small smile. "Better, thanks to you." They ordered their drinks and settled into a comfortable conversation, the topics ranging from trivial daily happenings to deeper reflections on Maya's journey. Lily listened intently, offering words of encouragement and practical advice. As they talked, Maya felt a surge of gratitude for having someone who understood her pain without judgment. It was in these moments of vulnerability that she realized the importance of community and connection in her healing process. After finishing their coffees, Lily suggested they take a walk through the nearby botanical garden. The idea was met with enthusiasm, and soon they were strolling along the winding paths, surrounded by vibrant blooms and lush greenery. The serenity of the garden provided a much-needed respite from the chaos of Maya's life. As they walked, Lily gently probed, wanting to understand more about Maya's feelings and plans for the future. Maya shared her fears and hopes, the conversation flowing naturally as they navigated the complexities of her situation. "You're stronger than you think, Maya," Lily said, squeezing her hand reassuringly. "This setback doesn't define you. You have so much ahead of you." Maya felt a renewed sense of determination. With Lily and Jake by her side, she began to envision a future beyond the pain and uncertainty. She started researching potential living arrangements, exploring options that would allow her to regain her independence without the strain of homelessness. One evening, as Maya sat in her car, reviewing her notes and plans, she received a call from Jake. "Hey, I found something that might help. Are you free to talk?" Curious and hopeful, Maya agreed, and they met later that night at a local community center. Jake introduced her to a support group for individuals facing similar challenges, a network that provided resources and a sense of camaraderie. Maya felt a spark of hope as she realized she wasn't alone in her struggles. Over the next few weeks, Maya immersed herself in the support group, finding solace in shared experiences and collective strength. She began to attend therapy sessions, delving deeper into her emotions and working through the trauma of her betrayal. Slowly but surely, she felt herself healing, the darkness lifting as she embraced the light of new beginnings. Her relationship with Jake deepened as well, their bond evolving from friendship to something more profound. They spent more time together, supporting each other through the highs and lows, their connection a beacon of stability in Maya's tumultuous life. One day, Maya received an email that changed everything. A job offer from another company, recognizing her talent and resilience. It was an opportunity to start fresh, away from the shadows of her past with Ethan. With a mixture of excitement and nervousness, she accepted the offer, knowing it was a pivotal step toward reclaiming her life. As she prepared for the transition, Maya felt a sense of accomplishment and empowerment. She had faced her fears, sought help, and taken control of her destiny. The road had been long and arduous, but she had emerged stronger, ready to embrace the future with open arms. That evening, Maya and Jake celebrated her new job with a quiet dinner at the botanical garden. Surrounded by the beauty of nature, they reflected on the journey that had brought them together and the path that lay ahead. "You did it, Maya," Jake said, his eyes shining with pride. "I knew you could." She smiled, reaching for his hand. "We did it, Jake. I couldn't have done it without you." As they sat under the twinkling lights, Maya felt a sense of peace wash over her. The storm had passed, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow filled her heart with hope. Maya's new job at the advertising firm was everything she had hoped for and more. The work was challenging and invigorating, allowing her to channel her creativity and determination into meaningful projects. Her colleagues were supportive, and the fresh environment provided a much-needed escape from the lingering shadows of her past. Yet, as she settled into her new role, remnants of her previous life began to resurface. The echoes of Ethan's betrayal haunted her, occasionally undermining her confidence and shaking her sense of security. Maya found herself second-guessing her decisions, worrying that history might repeat itself in some unforeseen way. One afternoon, as she was preparing for a major presentation, Maya received a call from Ethan. Her heart skipped a beat, a mixture of dread and curiosity flooding her senses. She hesitated before answering, unsure of what to expect. "Hello, Maya." Ethan's voice was smooth, almost charming, a stark contrast to the turmoil he had caused her. "I heard about your new job. Congratulations." Maya felt a surge of anger and anxiety. "Thank you, Ethan. What do you want?" There was a brief pause before he continued. "I wanted to apologize for how things ended between us. I realize now how much I hurt you." Maya struggled to keep her composure. "Apology accepted. But why are you calling?" Ethan chuckled softly. "I was hoping we could meet up. Maybe talk things over. I've been thinking a lot about us." Maya felt a pang of resentment. I'm not interested, Ethan. Please respect my decision. There was a hint of frustration in his tone. I just want to make things right. Can we meet? Without thinking, Maya responded firmly. No, Ethan. Please leave me alone. The call ended, leaving Maya shaken and conflicted. She couldn't deny the lingering emotions, the unresolved feelings that still tugged at her heart. But she also knew that engaging with Ethan could jeopardize everything she had worked so hard to rebuild. Determined to move forward, Maya sought guidance from her therapist, Dr. Collins. They discussed the complexities of her feelings, the difficulty of fully letting go despite the pain Ethan had caused. Sometimes the mind holds on to what it perceives as unfinished business, Dr. Collins explained gently. It's important to acknowledge those feelings and understand their origin, but also to prioritize your well-being. Maya nodded, understanding the wisdom in his words. I just don't know how to fully let go. Time and self-compassion are key, Dr. Collins advised. Focus on your growth and the positive changes you're making. It's okay to seek closure within yourself, rather than from someone else. Armed with this insight, Maya resolved to focus on her personal growth and the life she was building. She limited her interactions with Ethan, setting clear boundaries to protect her emotional well-being. Meanwhile, her relationship with Jake blossomed. They spent weekends exploring the city, sharing dreams and fears, their connection deepening with each shared experience. Jake's unwavering support and understanding provided Maya with the stability she needed to continue healing. One evening, as they sat watching the sunset from a rooftop garden, Jake turned to her with a thoughtful expression. Have you thought more about what you want next? Maya took a deep breath, considering his question. I want to keep moving forward, keep building my life. I'm not sure where it will lead, but I know I want to keep growing. Jake nodded, his eyes reflecting his own aspirations. I feel the same way. Maybe we can figure it out together. Maya smiled, feeling a sense of hope and possibility. The future was still uncertain, but with Jake by her side, she felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As the days turned into months, Maya continued to thrive in her new role, her confidence steadily returning. She took on leadership positions, her creativity and strategic thinking earning her respect and recognition within the company. Her personal life flourished as well, the stability and love she shared with Jake providing a solid foundation for her continued growth. However, just as Maya felt she had found her footing, another twist awaited her. An unexpected promotion opportunity arose, one that promised to catapult her career to new heights, but required a relocation to another city. The prospect was enticing, yet daunting, as it would mean leaving behind the life she had painstakingly rebuilt. Torn between ambition and the comfort of her current life, Maya found herself at a crossroads. She confided in Jake, seeking his perspective on the decision. It's a great opportunity, Maya, Jake said thoughtfully. But I understand it's a big step. Whatever you decide, I support you. Maya appreciated his unwavering support, but the decision weighed heavily on her. She spent sleepless nights contemplating, balancing her professional aspirations with her personal happiness. In the end, Maya chose to embrace the opportunity, believing it was a chance to fully reclaim her life and career. She discussed the move with Jake, who, despite his initial hesitation, agreed to join her on this new adventure. Together, they began planning for the transition, their bond strengthened by the challenges they faced. As Maya prepared to embark on this new chapter, she felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. The road ahead was uncertain, but she was no longer alone. With Jake by her side and the lessons she had learned, Maya was ready to embrace the future, whatever it might hold. The cityscape stretched out before her, a symbol of endless possibilities. Maya took a deep breath, feeling the weight of her past lift as she stepped into the unknown, her heart filled with hope and determination. The decision to relocate was not taken lightly, but Maya felt a surge of excitement as she and Jake prepared for their move to the bustling metropolis. The new city promised opportunities and a fresh start, a chance to leave behind the shadows of the past and fully embrace the future they were building together. Packing up her life into boxes, Maya reflected on the journey that had brought her here. From the depths of despair to the heights of professional success, each step had been a testament to her resilience and strength. With Jake's unwavering support, she had navigated the complexities of betrayal and heartbreak, emerging stronger and more determined than ever. The day of the move arrived, and Maya found herself both exhilarated and anxious. As she loaded the last of her belongings into the car, Jake offered a reassuring smile. "We're really doing this?" She nodded, feeling a mix of emotions. "Yes, we are. It's scary, but I'm ready." The drive to the new city was filled with a sense of anticipation. The skyline gradually transformed, the familiar landmarks giving way to towering skyscrapers and vibrant neighborhoods. Maya felt a renewed sense of purpose, eager to immerse herself in the opportunities that awaited. Upon arrival, they settled into their new apartment, a cozy space that felt like the beginning of a new chapter. Maya's new job was challenging yet fulfilling, pushing her to grow and innovate in ways she had never imagined. The supportive environment and dynamic team invigorated her, reigniting her passion for her work. As weeks turned into months, Maya thrived in her new role, her confidence and skills reaching new heights. Her relationship with Jake deepened, their love growing stronger as they faced the challenges of relocation and career advancement together. They explored the city, discovering hidden gems and creating memories that solidified their bond. However, amidst the success and happiness, Maya couldn't shake the lingering presence of Ethan. His call had been a catalyst for her journey, but it also left unresolved feelings that she struggled to fully address. Despite her progress, the past continued to cast a shadow, threatening to disrupt the harmony she had worked so hard to achieve. One evening, as Maya was leaving the office, she received an unexpected email from Ethan. The subject line simply read, "We need to talk." Her heart raced as she debated whether to open it, the weight of the decision pressing down on her. After a moment of hesitation, she clicked on the email, revealing Ethan's plea for a meeting. His words were filled with remorse and a desire to make amends, echoing the apology he had offered months ago. Maya felt a surge of conflicting emotions: anger, confusion, and a lingering spark of unresolved feelings. Unsure of how to proceed, Maya confided in Jake, seeking his perspective on the situation. He listened attentively, offering his unwavering support and understanding. "You have every right to feel conflicted," Jake said thoughtfully. "But remember how much you've grown since then. Trust your instincts." Maya nodded, taking his words to heart. She realized that engaging with Ethan could potentially disrupt the progress she had made, pulling her back into a painful chapter she had worked so hard to close. With newfound clarity, Maya decided to ignore the email, choosing to focus on her present and future instead. It wasn't an easy decision, but she knew it was the right one for her well-being and the life she had built with Jake. As time passed, the temptation to revisit the past faded, replaced by the joys and challenges of her new life. Maya continued to excel in her career, her innovative ideas earning her accolades and respect within the industry. She and Jake celebrated their successes together, their relationship a beacon of stability and love. One weekend, they decided to take a trip to a nearby coastal town, seeking a break from the demands of their professional lives. The serene beaches and tranquil sunsets provided a perfect backdrop for relaxation and reflection. As they walked along the shoreline, hand in hand, Maya felt a profound sense of peace. The journey had been long and fraught with challenges, but she had emerged stronger and more resilient. With Jake by her side, she felt ready to face whatever the future held, confident in her ability to overcome any obstacle. That night, As they sat watching the stars, Jake turned to her with a thoughtful expression. "You've come so far, Maya. I'm proud of you." She smiled, leaning into his embrace. "I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for believing in me." Their conversation drifted to dreams and aspirations, the possibilities of their future together stretching out before them like the endless night sky. Maya felt a deep sense of gratitude for the journey they had shared and the path that lay ahead. As they watched the waves crash against the shore, Maya realized that her story was far from over. The challenges she had faced had only strengthened her, preparing her for the adventures yet to come. With love, resilience, and the support of those who mattered most, she was ready to embrace whatever the future held. The coastal town trip marked a significant milestone in Maya's journey, a moment of reflection and gratitude for how far she had come. The serene environment provided a much-needed respite from the fast-paced life of the city, allowing her to reconnect with herself and with Jake in meaningful ways. As the days unfolded, Maya found herself more at peace, her past no longer a constant source of pain, but a chapter that had shaped her into the person she had become. She continued to excel in her career, her innovative campaigns garnering attention and acclaim within the industry. Her colleagues admired her resilience and leadership, often seeking her guidance on complex projects. Jake, too, thrived in his role at the tech startup, his creativity and strategic thinking contributing to the company's growth and success. Their professional achievements paralleled their personal lives, both of them finding fulfillment and happiness in their respective paths. One evening, as Maya and Jake walked through a bustling city street adorned with twinkling lights and vibrant energy, Maya received another call from Ethan. This time, the tone was different, calmer, more sincere. "Maya, I hope you're doing well," Ethan began. "I've been doing a lot of thinking and self-reflection. I understand if you don't want to speak with me, but I just wanted to reach out and wish you the best." Maya listened, feeling a sense of closure wash over her. "Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate your wishes." There was a brief pause before he added, "Take care." With that, the call ended, leaving Maya with a sense of finality. She realized that she had truly moved beyond the past, the pain and betrayal no longer holding power over her. It was time to fully embrace her present and future, unburdened by the ghosts of yesterday. As she and Jake continued their walk, Maya felt a renewed sense of freedom. The city was alive with possibilities, each moment a chance to create new memories and build a life filled with love and purpose. Back at home, Maya reflected on her journey, the challenges she had overcome, and the lessons she had learned. She recognized the strength and resilience that had carried her through the darkest times, shaping her into a more compassionate and determined individual. Determined to pay forward the support she had received, Maya began volunteering at a local community center, mentoring young women navigating similar struggles. Sharing her story and offering guidance became a source of fulfillment, reinforcing her sense of purpose and connection to her community. One afternoon, while leading a workshop on personal growth and resilience, Maya met Sarah, a young woman grappling with her own set of challenges. As she listened to Sarah's story, Maya saw reflections of her past self, the pain and uncertainty that had once defined her journey. "Your strength is inspiring," Maya told her. "Remember, you're not alone, and there are people who care and want to help you." Sarah smiled, gratitude evident in her eyes. "Thank you, Maya. It means a lot." In that moment, Maya realized the full extent of her transformation. From the depths of despair to a place of empowerment and purpose, she had not only healed herself, but was now helping others find their way. As the weeks turned into months, Maya continued to thrive both personally and professionally. Her relationship with Jake flourished, their love deepening with each shared experience and challenge overcome. Together, they built a life filled with love, laughter, and mutual support, their bond a testament to the power of resilience and connection. One evening, as Maya and Jake sat on their balcony overlooking the city skyline, Maya reflected on her journey. The road had been long and fraught with obstacles, but each step had brought her closer to the person she was meant to be. "We've come a long way," Jake said, wrapping his arm around her. Maya nodded, feeling a sense of contentment and hope. "Yes, we have. And there's so much more to look forward to." As the city lights shimmered in the distance, Maya felt a profound sense of gratitude for the experiences that had shaped her and the people who had stood by her side. She knew that the future held both challenges and triumphs, but with resilience, love, and unwavering support, she was ready to face whatever came her way. Her story was far from over, each new day a blank page awaiting the next chapter. With a heart full of hope and a spirit unbroken, Maya embraced the endless possibilities that lay ahead, confident in her ability to navigate the twists and turns of life with grace and strength.